So, thinking clearly. I think everybody is affected by emotion, how they think. I retook the test just for fun and curiosity, considering the events of my life. I tested as an ISTP, which the reason I thought to test myself again is because a lot of INTPs are regarded as aloof or maybe oblivious. I think that's too strong a word, but they don't pay attention to their surroundings. And maybe I'm an exception, but that's not me at all. In fact, I would almost call myself hyper-aware. I'm only not aware when I'm totally relaxed, for some reason purposely not paying attention to my surroundings, or I don't know. I'd almost relate it to autism. Some people look down on autism like it's some kind of retardation. I don't think people understand that. Autistic people, part of the reason why they are the way they are is not because they can't cope with their emotions, it's because they take in everything. I believe that's what I've heard or read. So, yeah, I took the test again. It's interesting. I think it's still pretty similar. Maybe not. I'm still looking into the functions. It's kind of confusing. I really just break it down into four letters and go with that. Maybe that's the wrong approach. But today I was thinking more clearly, and made some discoveries. It's part of the reason why INTPs think so good is because they can negate emotion and think logically regardless. Maybe I'm mistyped, or maybe I'm thinking that it doesn't matter with any INTP. If you get to a certain point, if there's such a traumatic event in your life, it's going to affect the way you think. Maybe like a death of a family member, or seeing something really disturbing like a car crash, fatal car crash right in front of you. So yeah, started drawing. It's kind of cool, listening to music like chiptune and dub step, whatever. I don't remember the names, but I think it helps me think. I like it. And it made me think about something I've wanted to do, something I think would be cool, and that would be being able to transmit thoughts, not like telepathy, not like some kind of witchcraft, but like a code that you could do non-verbally. Like if you could somehow talk in binary. That would be kind of cool. Just be like just this stream of information, uninterrupted by sentences, sentence pauses, or grammar. So that would be cool. This is episode 6, I think. So I did 2 episodes yesterday or the day before. I did 4 and 5, and I noticed 4 didn't get a lot of views. I'm thinking maybe you guys didn't realize that I did 2 videos, so go back and check 4 if you want. I think I talked about memory. I thought about doing 2 videos today, but I didn't want the same problem to happen. And the thing I was going to talk about might make somebody mad. So what I was going to do is, I was at Walmart shopping. I said, so what I'm going to talk about today, here with my phone, and then I pause. Just like that. Maybe that doesn't make any sense. Maybe it does make sense. And it's a joke that INTPs think a lot. And sometimes they just pause. I notice I've been doing it more. Like at work, I'll be working and I'll come across something I'm supposed to do. Really simple, right? It's like taking a step forward when you're walking. It's not really hard at all. And I'll just start thinking and daydreaming and get lost in thought. And I kind of wonder how long it goes on for. Like, is it 2 seconds? Maybe it's a couple minutes. I notice I've done it on video. Like, I'll start thinking and I'll pause. And time seems to be passing faster in my brain, my inside world. And it feels like I pause, and it feels like a good 10 seconds, and then I rewatch the video, and it's only like a second or 2, so it's not really that bad. But yeah, that was going to be that video. I'm not really sure what else to say. Thinking clearly. When you take the Myers-Briggs test, they suggest you do it in a calm, relaxed setting. But I'm kind of thinking, if you can, why don't you do it in the worst possible situation? Why? Here's why. When you're calm, you're relaxed. Anybody can think, right? Anybody can think about whatever they want to think about. They can focus. But if you're going through some kind of tribulation, you're really stressed out, it's like becoming raw, or as some of my military elders would say, you figure out who a man really is when he breaks, or something like that. So my thought process is, if you're broken, you don't have these built up, rounded out strengths, I guess you could call them. Like if you practice writing with your left hand, you get pretty good at writing with your left hand. If you're just jotting a note down, it wouldn't be a big deal. But say for some reason you saw somebody shoot somebody driving and you're freaking out and you need to write it down real quick, you're not going to screw around trying to do it with your left hand. You're going to just write it down if you're right-handed. So I'm kind of thinking that's the same thing. Like, you're going to be raw, you're going to be exposed, so the way you really think, the way you really act is going to come forward, and however you act, that's your primary and secondary and so on function. That was a good talk, right? See you later.